So, a few weeks ago, my laptop charger went bad, and then I went to the store to try and get a replacement. And to my ultimate shock, when I got there, these vendors were trying to sell fake and counterfeit products to me and passing it off as the original prices of the original. Well, thankfully, I had made some research before I went, so I didn't fall victim to that trap. But then I thought that, how many unsuspecting people are out there that actually are falling into this same trap over the years or over time. So I decided to make this video to talk about how to never fall victim and, don't buy counterfeit products when what you actually intend to get is an original. That sounds like something you like to learn about. Then sit tight, grab popcorn, and let's get right into it. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to be talking about 5 distinct gadgets: chargers, batteries, screens, earphones and hands-free devices, mobile phones, and laptops. First, chargers. So for chargers, you want to check the serial number or the product number. If there's a way to confirm from the manufacturer's website and put in the serial number or the product number, that's a good thing. So try to check it against the manufacturer's website to be sure that you're getting the authentic product. The next thing is the markings or the engraving. So most times if it's a counterfeit product, they will try to copy the exact same engravings or markings from the original device, but most times they can't do it as nice or as good as the original product. So it helps if you have the original product physically with you so you can make a visual comparison. And if not, you can check online or just do some research to make sure that you're certain about it. And sometimes also the markings on the product, if it's a counterfeit, is going to be light and probably like stickers where you can probably even peel them off with your fingernails. So once you see that, that's a telltale sign that it might be a counterfeit product. Now, might I mention that most of these tips that I'm giving you or just pointers to look out for, they don't really work so well alone, but they work great if you use them together. So for chargers, for instance, you have to check all of these things. So that way it makes sense, because if you decide based off just one pointer or yardstick, it might not really bring effective results for you. That being said, let's move on to the next thing. So pricing. So pricing helps to determine if it's a fake product or the original thing. So if it's a fake product, the price is probably going to be much lower than the original product. So you have to check the price too. Actually, there's also a disclaimer as regards the price, because some vendors are very funny. They are going to put the price of the fake product at the same as the original product. So you have to be careful as regards using the price to determine if it's a fake product or it's an original product. Now, if you're buying the charger online and you don't have the luxury of checking it in person, what you want to do is check the personality rating of the vendor online. Check reviews from other consumers that have patronized that same vendor before. If there are negative things or positive things, just check other products that the vendor has. So these things will help point you in the right direction to eventually know if it's a fake product or an original product. Next up is batteries. Now, the beautiful thing is most of the tips that work for chargers will work for batteries too. So tips like the serial number or product number, you should check them online on the manufacturer's website if that's possible. The pricing, should be wary of that too. The build quality of the battery, the markings on the battery, should be wary of those. And then an extra tip that I'm going to talk about for batteries is for iPhone and MacBook users. So if you have an iPhone or a MacBook, another way you can solidify all these things to make sure whether you're getting an original product or a counterfeit is after the battery is installed, you can go to your settings. From settings, you go to battery. From battery, you go to battery health, and then you check. If it's a brand new battery, you want to make sure that the battery is on 100% and it does not have any warning messages that say the battery is not recognized by Apple. So once you do that, then there's a good chance that the battery is an original battery and not a fake. So the next thing is screens. Now for screens, the world has developed so much, technology has advanced so much. Most of our devices these days use screens, and not just screens, high-end screens. There's phones that have more than one screen these days, right? Talk about Samsung phones that are just coming out. So what you want to do is, the first thing you have to put in mind is, if your device is an expensive device or has a very good screen, then there's a very huge chance that the screen is not going to be cheap. So when you go to try and buy a replacement and you're hearing cheap prices, or let's just say relatively cheap prices, then you want to start making up your mind to know that this product might actually not be the original product. So check the pricing of the screen. If it's a decent screen, then it means that it's going to command a fair price around that range. I can't really give you an exact pricing, but hopefully doing a little bit of research online as regards the pricing of that screen, maybe converting from another currency to Naira or whatever your currency is going to help. So you want to do that, then do a visual inspection of the screen if you can. So the replacement you want to buy, doing visual inspection, check through, make sure there are no scratches, there are no scrubs, there are no dents or damages on the screen, because if there are, there's a good chance it's a used screen or it already has an issue. Then the next thing you want to do is check the packaging of the screen. The last thing manufacturers want to do is produce an high quality screen or product and then ship it in such terrible and cheap packaging. So most times, one thing that is common in Nigeria is you see screens wrapped in funny polythene or bubble wraps that are just very funny, and most times there is not a good chance that screen you're trying to buy is an original screen. So at the very least, the manufacturer is going to wrap it in a decent packaging, if at all, to protect the integrity of the product, because it's a fragile product. So you want to check the packaging. Then the last thing you want to do is, once the screen has been installed, and this one is for when you have warranty or you have some sort of protection from the vendor, to be able to test it first and decide whether you're going to pay for it, or just maybe they give you the option to be able to return it if after testing it, it's not what you want. Right? So once they install the screen for you, you want to make sure you tap it everywhere, scroll through, swipe through. If there's any special functions that your phone has as regards the screen, test them out. Take for instance, True Tone on the iPhone. So you want to do haptic touch on the iPhone. Make sure that the screen works and every angle works and it is evenly lit. So that way, when you combine these features, you can be certain that you've reduced the chances of buying a counterfeit screen by a huge margin. For earphones and hands-free devices, this is a little bit more tricky, because this is a product that you'll probably buy more often than the rest of the products that I've mentioned in this video. So you have to be more careful with this one. So the first thing you want to do is check the build quality. Feel the wires, feel the buds, feel the casing of the speakers, feel the entire thing, feel the jack that goes into the phone, right? So make sure that everything is sturdy. It's not going to just tear off or pull apart under little pressure, because if that is the case, there's a good chance it's a fake one. Then the next thing is feel the sound quality. Listen to the bass, listen to the levels, listen to how it produces sound when you use it. The next thing you want to do is check the microphone quality. So this one, most times, the counterfeit earphones and hands-free devices, they're able to pull off the first two, so they look like they have decent build quality, sound quality. But when it comes to the microphone, it's a little bit difficult to pretend or to hide from the manufacturers of these fake ones. So most times, probably send a WhatsApp voice note or make a call with it. Make sure your voice is coming across crisp and clear, because if that's not the case, then it means that the microphone on that product is not all that good. Then the next thing is you consider the pricing too. Make sure that the pricing is in a decent range for that kind of product. Then for the hands-free devices that use Bluetooth, if you turn on the device and you try to connect it to your phone or to any device that you have to listen to the sound, now most times there will be some sort of notification that you move into. Maybe if you move between the modes, maybe Bluetooth mode, aux mode, and thereabout. Now if you move into Bluetooth mode and you hear something like this,
the Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Yeah, absolutely stay away from that, because there's absolutely no way you just heard that and you think that this thing is going to be original. Absolutely no way. Okay, next up is mobile phones and laptops. Now for this one, it's a little bit tricky. So because over the last couple of years, it's the way things have been developing in the world, it has become increasingly difficult to, defraud people into buying counterfeit phones or laptops, right? But it is still happening, because the other day I saw a friend that thought he bought an iPhone and was showing the Nokia hands logo. It was crazy. So, well, the first thing you want to do is, if you're going to buy a brand new phone or laptop, try your possible best to buy from the manufacturer. So whether it's from their website or it's from their authorized retailers or from an outlet that they have anywhere around you. Now, if that is not possible, or you're trying to get a used product, then the first thing you want to do is do a visual inspection. Check through the product, make sure that it meets what you want in your mind. Don't let it have any physical defects, right? Then for brand new products, make sure that it still has the manufacturer's seal. So most of these products, the packaging will have the manufacturer's seal. It even writes on it, if this seal is broken, do not buy. Right, so make sure that it still has the manufacturer's seal. That is the way to guarantee, for the most part, that your product has not been tampered with in any form since it left the factory. And then another thing you can do, especially with mobile phones, is to cross-verify the IMEI online to make sure it's not blacklisted or stolen or what have you. So to check the IMEI of your phone, go to your dialer, then type in *#06#. Once you do that, it's going to bring out your IMEI. Then you can copy that, paste it into a browser, and check all the full information about the IMEI of that device. Finally, the most important factor that ties in everything I have been saying since morning is in this whole thing, make sure that you're getting these products. If you're not getting them directly from the manufacturer, make sure you're getting them from a reliable reseller or retailer. Make sure you're getting them from a brand that has good PR, that's I think public rating. Make sure that you've checked other people's review from when they have done business with them in the past. Make sure that there's positive reviews about them. Look at the outfit, the business itself. Make sure that they offer warranty after sales. So for some of these products that I've mentioned here, you might need to have them installed on the device first before you can confirm totally whether it's a genuine product or fake. Now, if you go buy that from a place you can't take it back to, or that would not take it back from you in the event that it's not what you exactly want in terms of quality, then that is going to be a little bit counterintuitive. So make sure that you go to a reputable phone store or gadget store to get these things. And with that said, we've come to the end of this video, guys. If you found any or all or most of these tips informative and educative, please drop a like on this video. Leave a comment if you're feeling like doing that. I'm definitely going to be in the comment section. I'm going to reply to everybody. And if you have not subscribed to this channel so far, please try to consider subscribing. It's free. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. And also on top of that, I plan on dropping videos every week or bi-weekly. Educative videos like this that just helps to make your tech and photography related life much easier. So if that sounds like something you would like to see, or if you just basically would like to see my face more often, consider subscribing to the channel. You guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Till then, peace out. Bye.